Finally, the Black Adam movie has actually been made. Wait, the Black Adam movie has actually been made? Like, for real, it's out. Oh, I'm never doing this again.
Welcome back to the Out of Touch podcast. I'm Chris, that's Bill, and today we're reviewing Black Adam, the DC movie Dwayne Johnson has been trying to make for 9 years. And that has kind of been on and off development for maybe 15 years.
Yeah, he's been circling the role of Black Adam since like the mid-2000s.
Yeah.
Because there was a previous incarnation of Shazam. I think the director of, what was it, the Get Smart remake that he was in was attached at one point, but that fell apart like so many projects around that same time.
Yeah, so this is a movie that has been being made since we even started doing stuff on YouTube. And
like anyone cares.
Like anyone would care. But anyway, I thought I'd just mention it. So Bill, what did you think of the Black Adam movie?
I thought it was fun.
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
I mean, I got more or less what I wanted out of it, which was to see Black Adam punching on with Hawkman in the sky. It's kind of what I was like, just need that. I'm good. I'm kind of laid back with that.
Yeah, so I guess like non-spoiler review so far, it's good. Black Adam is really cool. He gets to do a lot of cool action Superman-esque things.
But much more violent because he doesn't give a crap.
That's true. I mean, like, he melts people with lightning and
throws them.
Yeah.
Just far.
Yeah, and you know, he does murder people on purpose.
Yes.
And he doesn't care.
No. Because it's like, well, they deserved it. They were in my way.
It's kind of cool. But maybe you shouldn't say that. But it is cool. Yeah, JSA I guess they're just Justice Society, but whatever. They're in the movie. Dr. Fate, Hawkman, Atom Smasher, Cyclone, which Dr. Fate and Hawkman are really the only ones that get a lot to do. Atom Smasher and Cyclone are kind of there.
Yeah, the most they get is like they kind of flirt a little.
Yeah. It's kind of like, okay, there's like a thing. It's like, you know, Atom Smasher has the role of being the rookie.
Yeah, he's the bigger rookie, it seems, of the two.
Yeah, there's a lot of good moments between him and Hawkman. I guess, not getting too much into... I don't know how to do this. This is going to be spoilerific, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, to be fair, there's not too much to really spoil.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean...
They kind of told you the big thing already.
Yeah, that leaked out. I wish I didn't know about it. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, so spoilers from here on. Overall, it's a good movie. Go watch it, else Dwayne Johnson will beat you up.
You better watch out.
Send text
Hollywood
messages.
Rock is a heel. He's a heel! Nobody realizes this.
He's a bad guy. He's been a bad guy the whole time.
He doesn't forget, and he's going to rock bottom you.
Rocky Maivia was killed by The Rock.
He murdered Stone Cold Steve Austin and then bragged about it on live television.
Yeah. But anywho, so I guess we'll just talk about moments. One thing that I was really surprised about in this movie is even though Hawkman gets his ass kicked most of the time by Black Adam, I was just like, this version of Hawkman is freaking awesome. As a kid, I always liked Hawkman because he looked cool. And I appreciate this version of Hawkman. Looks cool. And he has a plane with Hawkman emblems on the seats and stuff. We don't know anything about him. It's just, he's Hawkman. He's super rich. I guess he's the leader of the Justice Society.
He often is.
Yeah. And he looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, this is their first big screen Hawkman, but this is the first live action one we've gotten.
Yeah.
He might be the best. I mean, he has a movie budget behind him, so that helps.
Yeah. I don't know. He was like cool, and I was just like,
I think that's what they were going for.
I want to see more of Hawkman.
I was wondering if they were gonna, but they just don't allude at all to maybe any of his history. So we don't know like what kind of Hawkman he is. Is he an alien? Is he a reincarnation? We don't know.
Has he been around for like a long time? He knew Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate and him were best friends, or at least really good friends, and like they've known each other for a long time, and it's just like, so like, yeah, is Hawkman a weird alien man that just lives longer than humans?
We don't know.
Yeah.
They don't get into it.
Is his ship like alien technology? We have no idea.
Because this is a weird comic book universe, and technology just looks like that now.
Boy, it sure is a weird comic book universe now, isn't it?
Yeah, they've just kind of said, look, fuck you. Just these characters exist. Just go with it. We used to do that in like X-Men movies, so fuck you. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what it reminded me of, where it's just like, yeah, the X-Men are here. Fuck you. Just go with it. Whereas it's just like, the Justice Society's here. Fuck you. Just go with it.
Yeah. It's like they're that team that's, you know, like the Justice League, except, you know, not terrible in this universe, apparently. They actually call the Justice Society to actually handle real problems.
I mean, Amanda Waller once called the Justice League to handle the weird butterfly thing, but they were late.
That's true.
They were late.
And let's face it, you know, in the Justice League movie, they were just cleaning up their own mess. They didn't save the world.
It wasn't their mess.
I guess.
The world was getting invaded by bug people.
That's
and
right.
A guy who may or may not have had horns or a horn helmet, depending on the version of the movie that you would prefer to watch or not watch.
That's true. But anyway, yeah, so Hawkman was cool. Dr. Fate was also pretty cool.
I mean, Pierce Brosnan, I thought he was great.
I had several instances of almost like calling him Doctor Strange a few times.
Never had that problem. It's the helmet. It's a gold helmet.
I
can't
guess,
make that
but
mistake.
like his powers are, at least in this movie, they're so similar.
They're magic.
I know, but you know they.
Dr. Fate came first.
You know what? That doesn't matter because people
I
saw
know.
Doctor Strange first.
I know. That's why I was kind of secretly hoping that Del Toro would get off his ass and get that Justice League Dark movie out that may have had Dr. Fate in it just so he could beat Doctor Strange to the big screen. Because you know what's going to happen next month? There's going to be a bunch of people on the internet saying, who's this Aquaman knockoff that's fighting the Wakandans? That's going to happen.
That is going to happen.
'Cause
That's going to be hilarious. But anyway, yeah, you know, Dr. Fate, Pierce Brosnan, cool guy, you know, has a lot of good moments. I like this version of Dr. Fate that constantly is like seeing the future, which kind of like makes him kind of like, I know what's going to happen and everything. But he didn't go crazy. But his powers, they're very similar to the way they make Doctor Strange's powers. And I feel like they could have changed it up by making his powers more like the one in the cartoon where he just had like giant light crosses.
I mean, he did do that a lot, though.
He did it, but they always had that like weird prism effect that Doctor Strange's powers have. They should have
The Doctor Strange only has the prism effect when he opens up the mirror dimension.
I
Most of the time, he's got like glyphs in the sky or whatever.
It just felt a lot like Doctor Strange.
I just didn't bump into it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're similar. One's a ripoff.
It's not a bad
There,
thing.
I said it.
It's not a bad thing, but I just was just like, man, Doctor Strange was pretty cool in this movie. I mean, Dr. Fate.
It is kind of funny that they both were in movies this year.
Yeah.
And they both had small screen counterparts, too. Though I would say the small screen Dr. Fate was infinitely better than the small screen Doctor Strange.
What small screen Doctor Strange are you talking about?
There was a 1970s TV pilot movie, and yes, he's got a 70s porn stash.
Whoa. That's weird.
And I hear it's boring.
Okay. Interesting. Because I've heard of like that Dr. Mordred thing, but that's like
No, that was
totally
like
different.
I think that was a Doctor Strange movie that turned into something else because they lost the rights.
Okay.
But this was like an actual Doctor Strange TV movie.
Man. And he has a 70s mustache.
Yes, he does, because
Wow.
it was the 70s.
It's the 70s.
And
All
Dr.
right.
Fate appeared once in Smallville.
That's right, he did.
Pretty solid helmet for Smallville. They got Dr. Fate's helmet good, not Hawkman's. Hawkman helmets are hard. We've had 4 Hawkmans. 2 of them look horrible with their masks on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you've ever seen the 1970s TV Hawkman, have you?
I think I have. If it's the one that was part of that.
Legends of the Superhero thing?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Whoa.
I mean, The Legend of Tomorrow Hawkman was okay,
Yeah, solid.
but I didn't really like the character that much in that version, though.
To be fair, he was barely around and then was dead.
Yeah,
And then left. Then came back and then left. He never got to do anything cool.
yeah. Like, this Hawkman was pretty cool. He was kind of a hothead, though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I did enjoy his one-on-one aerial battle with Black Adam. I thought that was fun.
Yeah. So I guess we should talk about the big guy.
Cyclone and Atom Smasher, they were fine.
They were fun, yeah.
They're like,
Cyclone is really smart, and Atom Smasher needs to eat a lot of food to support his powers that may or may not be biological or his suit.
he said he inherited the powers from his uncle.
Yeah.
So I'm saying biological.
We talked to on the phone that I was just like, hey, his uncle's some guy, but
think
I
that
don't
was
know who it was.
That might have been Henry Winkler.
Okay. Because I was like, that guy looks familiar. I have no idea who that is, though.
That was definitely one of those, let's try to get somebody famous to play this part.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Black Adam, The Rock with superpowers.
Pretty much.
And he's angry. Just so angry.
It was different than I thought, because I'll say the trailers for this movie kind of made the movie seem a little, like, stupid. And granted, I guess there is a little bit of an element to that, but that element is in every comic book movie. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But, you know, the way the trailers made it seem was like, you know, he's always talking about his son and like the stuff that was taken away from him and stuff, but the movie kind of is better than what those trailers made it seem like.
Yeah, because they kind of put a twist on the origin.
Yeah, it's a really good twist because, you know, he wasn't picked by the wizard Shazam.
No, his son was.
Yeah.
And his son was a great champion.
Yeah, he was a real deal hero, like Superman.
And then he gave his power to his father to save his life and paid for it.
Yeah.
And Black Adam went crazy and just wreaked havoc
Destroyed everything.
and then got locked away.
Yeah, I will say this movie, like Black Adam looks legitimately awesome at the beginning, where he just has like his Black Adam suit and his like tattered cape with the hood. I was just like, dude, that looks so badass. And he's just wrecking shop on all these like inner gang people that took over Conduct, because inner gang is in this movie,
Yes, they are.
which is insane.
I also think it's crazy that they actually alluded to this in Peacemaker with the newspaper headline.
That is insane. You know what else is insane? Inner gang is literally in this movie, and they never explain what the fuck inner gang is.
They're a terrorist organization. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
And hey, Intergang's probably still out there,
Yeah.
which I know you're all for.
I mean, they're kind of like the best, like, DC bad guys to just, like, beat up.
You know what's crazy? Intergang was in a movie, and they're still letting them appear on television.
Oh my god. Somebody should call CW and tell them you can't do that now.
Scrap all your season 3 plans for Superman and Lois.
Take all those scripts and throw them in that fire right now.
Oh, man.
Also, you're canceled. Sincerely yours, David Zaploff.
For tax purposes, of course.
Of course.
Into the vault next to Batgirl.
Yeah. What fault? We incinerated everything.
It's a vault of fire.
Yeah.
You know how there's like that town where there's like a coal mine that's perpetually on fire? It's like that.
It's, you know, the tire fire from The Simpsons? It's just that, except like a bunch of DC movies. And scripts.
The Snyder Cut was in there too,
Was.
but he had a backup copy.
Dude. Smuggled it out of the studio in his butt.
Oh my God.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know. But
Black Adam.
I did like that. I wasn't sure if we were going to see him, but I'm glad we did see the Wizard Shazam.
Yeah,
Some continuity to connect this to, you know, Shazam.
exactly.
Someone he should be lining up to fight.
Yeah.
Should.
I think it may happen.
It should happen.
Yeah, it should.
One thing I was legit surprised about was that he actually depowered at one point.
Yeah, me too.
Because I always figured, because I've seen it, I think it was in that short film where he says it and then he just withers away. It happens in something I've seen where he like turns into an old man. It was just like, oh.
Is it the one where it's like Superman, Shazam,
Yeah.
Black Adam? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the very end, he depowers her. I think Shazam lifts him up in the air.
Yeah, I think because I always figured that'd be like something you would save if you ever wanted to kill Black Adam off.
Yeah.
I guess that would have happened in a movie where Black Adam was just the villain of Shazam 2 or something and not a protagonist.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because The Rock demands it.
Does demand it.
And when The Rock wants something, he'll get it.
Yeah.
As we learned in the post-credits.
Indeed.
We'll get to that.
I think it's interesting that we do see The Rock depowered as Shazam, and he's not, like, enormous.
Yeah, because, like, the trailers, I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, is he just going to be gigantic? Oh, thank God they smalled him up a bit.
Yeah, they made him, like, a normal, tall man.
He looked like The Rock circa 1998.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, cool.
Quick sidebar to one of the non-superhero supporting characters, that lady, what was her name, Adriana?
Yeah.
Her last name is Tomaz.
Tomas.
Does that name sound familiar at all?
Sounds a little familiar.
Because we've seen a version of that character before.
Really?
Yes, though they changed her first name to Zari.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yes.
From Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes, because that character in the comics gets the powers of Isis.
Okay.
Yes, though they didn't want to use that name in Legends of Tomorrow.
That's a little problematic.
You just don't say the name. I don't know. What do you want from me?
Though
her powers are different in the comics.
I appreciate that her son is a skateboarding kid.
That's such a 90s thing, isn't it?
It is, and I loved every minute of it. I was like, dude, this kid is so cool. He's like skateboarding around.
I love his little escape hatch in his room.
That was awesome.
And it paid off because he actually had to escape a villain.
Yeah. He was giving Intergang like the business at the beginning of the movie. He was doing the Marty McFly holding on to cars, skateboarding at the beginning. So cool. Movies need more kids on skateboards, damn it. It's how you instantly make a child character likable. You give him a skateboard and he's doing cool shit.
But he doesn't like draw attention to it. He just does it.
Just does it.
He's not a smug prick like that kid from Rocket Power.
Which kid are you talking about?
All of them!
Oh, man. I mean, maybe Otto, but, like,
Yeah,
Twister was pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess it's just the Auto one. I don't know. I haven't seen that show.
Otto was a little shit. He was, like, too good. And he knew he was good. This kid's just skating around because that's how he just, like, gets around. And it's pretty cool. But, yeah, for, like, a movie with, like, a pretty prominent kid character, sometimes you're like, oh no, but it's like this is one of those movies that's like, no, the kid character is cool.
He kind of has a bit of a John Connor T-800 relationship with Black Adam.
Yeah, he kind of does.
They literally like do a catchphrase, man.
Yeah.
That has to be deliberate. They had to have been like, let's do a little John Connor with this.
Yeah. It's interesting. Black Adam, you know, he's from 5,000 years ago. He sort of is a bit fish out of water, but sort of adapts pretty quickly. He's very stoic, and sometimes it was kind of like, okay, are they going for like a weird Drax thing? But then they kind of made it its own thing, I think, enough.
Yeah.
But like it kind of reminded me of that a little bit, but you know, it definitely evolves through the movie. Yeah, he is kind of a reluctant hero. Like when he wakes up and he's all like, you know, they're like, oh, you should be our hero now, and he's just like, I'm not a hero. And
because he has a reason, because he's burdened by guilt. It's like, I wasn't the hero. The statue isn't me, it's my son.
Yeah, you know, and the movie is really good, like when like he's fighting Intergang and then eventually teams up with the JSA to, you know, go rescue the kid from Intergang, and then, you know, finally like Hawkman like convinces him to like depower, and it's like kind of like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then the devil shows up, and you're like, what the fuck? Even though they were kind of hinting at something like this,
They've
but
been setting it up the entire movie. They
was-
have to punch something at the end, Chris.
I know. But like, it was shocking that it's literally like the devil.
Well, it's not the devil.
He's
It's
fucking from hell. He's a hell spawn.
Yeah.
There are other demons that give him hell powers.
so he's not the devil though.
He's a devil.
He's like Hellboy, but bad.
He's Malbosia. I mean, like, it's so dumb. Like, you know, the king, the ancient king of conduct that, you know, Black Adam, you know, obliterated with lightning in the past. You know, he had the freaking, like, pentagram scar on his chest or whatever. So, you know, I knew there was some sort of, like, demon thing coming up in this movie, but it was, like, kind of like, then the devil shows up.
I mean, you just see him a couple times in the trailer, so it wasn't
Yeah.
like a third act twist. They didn't completely, I don't know, you gotta punch something, I guess. I did like that they played it up as sort of like it's like an evil Shazam kind of deal. Because
Yeah.
he says the word sabak and he transforms into that thing.
Yeah,
He's the champion of hell.
exactly. He's Spawn.
Oh my God.
Except not as cool.
But Spawn sucks.
That's your opinion.
It's not my fault. It's the movie's fault, Chris. The movie Spawn.
It's okay, Bill. Todd McFarlane's gonna make a better Spawn movie without Spawn in it.
I don't know if he's still doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, Black Adam has to fight the devil at the end,
Yep.
and it's.
But first, the devil has to kill Dr. Fate.
That's true. Which
He
I
does.
know you were seeing coming.
Yeah, especially when he was just like, Hawkman, you're going to die. I thought maybe we were going to get a line of Hawkman being like, again?
Oh man.
Because, like I said, we don't know what kind of Hawkman we're dealing with.
Yeah. Is he an alien or is he a reincarnated spirit?
Or is he somehow both, which they've also done?
Hawkman is very confusing.
Yes. That's not even a joke. He just is.
Even in the Justice League cartoon,
Because there was like,
3 Hawkmen.
well, they did the reincarnation thing, but they also had a character that was like originally supposed to be Hawkman, but they leaned too far into the villain category, and they're like, yeah, this can't actually be Hawkman. We'll just make it like it's not Hawkman. Fuck it.
Yeah, he's not Hawkman. This guy's Hawkman.
We'll bring in the real Hawkman later.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I would say like I like a lot of this movie. The final battle is what it is. To be honest, it's nothing really too spectacular, honestly.
I mean, I thought like I said, I thought the cooler battle was like the earlier aerial battle between Hawkman and Black Adam. I guess I was just like, I just wanted to see people punch each other in the air. I just hadn't seen that in a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years.
Yeah, I would say that
At least on a big screen, anyway.
Yeah, that scene where, you know, the kid gets kidnapped from those, like, impossible bikes.
Look,
and
it's Intergang. They have alien technology.
I know, they do.
It's just what they do.
I know. They don't explain it, but they
Because
just have
fuck
to.
you, we're doing it. That's just what they're doing.
It's like, why can they do that? Because shut up, that's why.
Yeah. This is a universe where the Justice League exists, magic is real, aliens are real. Fuck it.
Yeah. But, yeah, that scene where he's chasing the impossible bikes looking for the kid is pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun, too, how, like, there's a lot of scenes where, you know, he kills a lot of people, and that one scene between him and Dr. Fate where he's like, did you find, like, the pilot? It's just like, yes. It's like, well, bring him here so for questioning. That's not really possible. And, like, the guy's, like, literally, like, falling in the air, like, next to him.
In the background.
Yeah.
Ah!
That's some of the funnest stuff where he just, like, throws people and they just go, like,
I mean,
flying.
they put it in the trailer with the guy that hits him in the head with the baton, and it's just hard cuts to him going like, ah!
It was pretty cool. Like, it was just like, okay. Like, yeah, he's just using his strength and flaunting it. And
Yep.
we don't see that too often sometimes. Yeah, but I guess overall it was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it would be.
Moved pretty briskly, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was like a 2-hour movie at least.
Something like that.
Yeah, and I didn't feel like it. Towards the end with the devil fight, that was the only part that I was kind of like, okay.
I was fine with it.
I mean, like, I am fine with it, like, after seeing it, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it just, like, seems, like, so stupid. It's just like the devil. It's like he breathes fire instead of lightning.
Okay.
Because opposite.
It's not the opposite.
I don't know. Just seemed weird.
You seem weird.
I am weird.
Yeah.
But I guess anything else before we talk about the not shocking but not shocking.
It was shocking for a lot of the people in the theater we were in.
That's true, and I'm happy for them.
Yeah, me too. I wish I could be happy like that.
Yeah.
Instead, fuck it. We'll get into it. It's sort of like, it's like the opposite of a lot of the recent Marvel mid-credit scenes where I'm like, who the fuck is this now?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that. It's fucking Superman.
Yes. Superman showed up, and not just Superman from the neck down. It was full-blown Henry Cavill.
With his full mouth.
Yeah, I was going to say, no CGI on his face, covering a beard.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I didn't recognize him without the CGI on his face.
Oh, come on. We did see
kidding.
the Snyder cut where he had the weird black costume.
Yeah.
Though, honestly, could you imagine? Like, so many people seem happy about this. How mad do you think they would be if it turned out it was the guy it probably should be? Shazam.
I think either way, I would have been happy with it. But it was cool that it was Superman.
I mean, I like it too. I like that maybe Henry Cavill gets a second chance. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be interesting if they build up like a situation where it's like, a Black Adam versus Superman movie that maybe is just Black Adam versus Superman, and they don't have to like team up and fight something like dumb at the end like the devil.
No. What should happen is Superman maybe can't beat him. It has to get Shazam.
That would be cool because, Superman does have a weakness to magic. And Superman's torso knows Shazam. So Superman's like nipples are like, hey man, like
He knows it from the neck down.
It's like, hey man, we know this guy that goes to the school.
He wears a costume just like you.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, that it would be an interesting movie if like Superman and Black Adam fight. Superman's like, maybe I need some help to fight him. And then like, Shazam shows up. He has the same powers as Black Adam, and maybe Shazam might show Black Adam like, hey, this is like the type of hero you could be.
I'm looking forward for the inevitable Photoshop of Superman on one side, Black Adam on the other, and then in the background, Shazam slurping on that Slurpee.
Yeah.
Be like, hey guys, what's going on? What's happening?
Yeah, definitely.
Black Adam be like, I'm better and stronger than all of you. And then just like six other Shazams just dog pile onto him and yell Shazam.
Hey, and Shazam could be friends with the cool skateboarding kid. Because he's a kid too. Although if they don't make these movies soon enough, he's not going to be a kid. And
He's getting close.
Then it's going to be weird.
You're getting a Tom Holland situation.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this 25-year-old man in high school.
Yeah. It's like, wait, your power is you turn into Zachary Levi?
It's like, I turned into an adult. You are an adult.
Yeah.
You're fully grown.
You could drive.
You can rent a car.
Yeah.
I think once the actor can rent a car, then you're fucked.
Yeah, definitely. Unless they recast. Be like, no, he has to be a kid still.
Who knows?
Who knows indeed.
We will be getting Shazam 2 not too long from now.
Yeah, I guess we will. And, who knows, maybe there will be a post-credit... There will be a post-credit scene with maybe Dwayne Johnson being like, I hear you have my powers.
Though, judging by the way this movie ended, Amanda Waller is using Superman as a reason for, you stay put in contact, Black Adam.
Yeah.
I have Superman.
Yeah. Sure. Superman is pretty super. I will say it's kind of weird that Black Adam had a kryptonite in this movie. I was kind of like, that's weird.
It's just
I wasn't
the Eternium thing.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting like a MacGuffin type of thing in this, besides for like, that crown, but like the Eternium, this like country that is like in the, I guess it's like supposed to be like a Middle Eastern country.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of like, okay, like another weird country with like a weird element that like only can be found here.
That doesn't sound familiar at all.
Yeah, I was kind of like, really? Okay.
Well, I guess the Rock of Eternity can hurt the magically endowed Shazam people.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense. And it's not like it affects him the way Kryptonite does, where he's just like, ah!
That's true. He doesn't get sick. It's like, if he gets hit with it, he's just like, hey, that hurt. Wait a minute, that hurt.
What? What the hell?
I mean, he gets kind of like wounded at the beginning of the movie with that, Eternity weapon, but then he uses his lightning powers to heal himself.
Yeah, it was just like a flesh wound.
Yeah.
You need a lot of Eternium to probably really hurt him.
Yeah, I just thought it was like kind of like a dumb thing though. So like, oh, really? You need that? And I'm like, maybe it's a thing from the comics. I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm not overly familiar with the Shazam lore.
Yeah, neither am I.
The one thing I caught that I'm vaguely familiar with is how some of the other Shazam people, their Shazam acronyms are different.
Yeah.
Because his is different. I don't know if it was different in the comics, but because I know, Billy's has got like the strength of
Zeus,
of Hercules, power of Zeus, and all that stuff, was the Solomon and all that. But I remember Mary Marvel, she's got a different acronym. It's like Athena and things like that.
Yeah. It's like some of the other pantheon of gods from Greek times. Well,
yeah.
Shazam in general is like a mixture of a bunch of different gods and figures and stuff. So
I thought that was a neat touch to include.
Yeah, it's cool.
I guess you could say this movie had a lot of world building to it.
Yeah.
Because fuck you, there's a Justice Society now.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck you, Superman's got a head.
He does have a head now.
Amanda Waller is not just appearing in Suicide Squad stuff. Yeah.
It's insane that Suicide Squad is more important than ever now.
Harcourt's apparently is now in 2 movies.
Wow, yeah.
Did you catch the John Cena cameo in that scene?
No, I didn't. I couldn't see him. You proud of yourself?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess Peacemaker might fight Black Adam.
That'll go well.
I think it would be pretty funny if, like, Peacemaker showed up and, like, Black Adam just, like, one-shot him. Then, like, Peacemaker, like, gets up and his, like, helmet is all, like, cracked. And he's like, okay, that was a warning. You remember that. Yeah.
Get me the hell out of here.
Yeah, definitely. But, yeah, this weird DC universe featuring Superman, Black Adam, and I guess Suicide Squad stuff is pretty cool. And I guess we'll see where it goes.
The next one's Shazam.
Yeah.
But after that... Yeah. The Flash.
Yep.
Starring Batman. And that other... Ugh.
Possibly convicted felon.
We'll see about that.
We will see. Yikes.
Yeah. Big yikes. But all in all, this is a pretty fun movie. I don't know why it's getting dragged by critics. It's weird. The audience reaction seems to be mostly positive.
That's all that matters.
And, well, this is all that matters.
True.
But good word of mouth from audiences, especially the general audience, who are really ultimately the people that make the decisions on this stuff, because it's their money that really matters.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Go watch it. Have a good time.
Popcorn.
Indeed.
Too much popcorn.
You had a lot.
Tell people that.
It's a popcorn munching type of movie.
Definitely is.
Well, in any case, I guess that's Out of Touch podcast for this week. Good night, everybody.
Shazam.
Why is it so dark? Probably would have been a good idea to have like one light on.